We're live on the air.
All right.
All right. And 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Geekodrome. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
Every damn
Geekodrome,
day.
every day.
Talk.
Geekodrome is the weekly roundtable discussion of all things geek. I am John, and I am joined by Shelle and Stugots, who are also up to no good.
Always up to no good.
So I have to ask, are either of you Harry Potter fans?
Yes and no, I guess.
Yes. Ish.
I only bring it up. Today would be July 31st, which is quote-unquote Harry Potter's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Harry.
So,
How old is he now? 20?
I have no clue.
He's a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
We don't know how old he was in the epilogue, right? The epilogue scene.
It's like 10 years later.
Oh,
But there's
so
also the play
he
that
might be
was in Britain.
32.
Yeah, so he's in his 30s now, I would say.
Old fucker.
Ancient.
Mm.
But worth noting. But the big story this week is that a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo Entertainment System went for $30,000 on eBay.
What are you doing? John, you're out of control with this hoarding stuff.
No, this is collecting at $30,000.
Yeah.
This is more than some people make in a year.
You're out of control with this. You need to stop.
Does it get opened and played?
God, no. That probably gets sealed in plastic.
Can you?
Oh my God! What is
tell me
wrong?
why this? What's the significance of this? Like, I guess I just don't get it.
Okay. So, yes, everybody had a copy of Super Mario Brothers
Okay.
who had a Nintendo. But
Yes.
most of them had it because it came in the dual cartridge with Duck Hunt packed with the NES.
Oh.
And then, even if you bought it separate, most of the time you bought the Mario Duck Hunt combo. So this is very early on, like when the system was first released. Mario.
When it had the robot.
Yeah, the Rob.
Yeah, and the gyros that you had to keep fucking spinning.
Yeah,
to
the
get
robot
the game to work. Oh my God, it was horrible.
We used to cheat. We'd use a second controller and just hit the buttons.
Yeah.
But so very limited was the actual just Super Mario Brothers by itself on a single cartridge. This one happened to be still sealed in the original shrink wrap, had the price tag on the plastic.
From Caldors.
From Caldor.
Caldor. The store that had everything. Caldor.
Hysterical.
Yeah. So this is actually very rare. And this company had just bought a bunch of, a collection. And every time there was a sealed game, they would throw it in a box in the office. And the owner said, "Oh, we have all these games in the office. We're just going to sell them. We're here to make money." And knowing that sealed in their original wrapping video games, from that era, he was expecting, several $1,000s overall. And then was surprised when some of them were jumping to like 5,000, 10,000. And then this Mario went for 30.
That's insane.
What are you doing for a living that you just have 30,000 sitting around to just throw at? I understand someone's going to look at it as, well, it's a piece of art. Okay, I get it. Okay, let's just say we see it as a piece of art. Who's spending $30,000 on a piece of art?
I don't know. Well, people who have a lot of money, but
Like Wolf of Wall Street type of dudes, I think. Like
Yeah, and he's going to snort cocaine off of it.
Yep.
possibly. But the guy is legit. He is a known video game collector.
Oh,
And the
okay.
people selling it were obviously known video game salespeople. So both sides have been verified as legit. The money was sent pretty much.
Too legit to quit.
Yes, they were.
You said it. How can I not?
I know. Doesn't mean I can't say I don't hate you, or I do hate you. Whatever. My hate ebbs and flows based on what Stugots is cooking.
Well, tonight there was a secret show, and I made Philly cheesesteak stuffed peppers.
Ooh, that's
My hand
sounds
grows because I didn't have any.
The house smells awesome. We had a side of broccoli slaw and some steamed brown rice.
Oh,
What was for dessert?
Yes. I just had some mint gelato.
Very nice.
wow.
As we know, dessert, part of the meal.
Best part of the meal. And now I'm drinking wine. I'm on like glass 4 or 5.
Excellent, excellent. So I don't know what this guy does, but obviously he has a lot of money to throw at video games, and good for him.
So
if you have
he
that kind of
sees
money,
it as an investment, like a stock. Or like I said, a piece of art. When he dies, his family will sell it for whatever they can get for it and cash out on his carcass.
yeah. Well, hopefully they'll have some sort of expert who can step in and be like, "This is what it's worth," and deal with it appropriately. Because otherwise, the game gets opened, it's ruined, it's not worth that kind of money anymore. And that causes.
Let's just say it's actually in there, and it's just not a box. So it's been printed with a Caldor label and shrink wrapped, and like, hey, here you go, give me 30 grand.
I think you could tell by the weight of the package to know that
Right,
there is a
I
cartridge.
could go get. I probably have Nintendo games in my parents' garage. I can put them in a box.
Well, it's also, you can tell when shrink wrap is 30 years old as opposed to freshly done.
Oh. Okay.
So I guess Stugots is not the buyer.
It's not me. I would never spend
No.
such. I
Or
wouldn't spend an
he's
obscene amount
throwing
of
us
money.
off the scent.
Maybe. But you guys know I'm a minimalist. I hate having stuff.
Actually, I think you like those pop vinyl things.
But I hate having stuff. That's why there's only 2. Well, Bob Ross will be the 3rd one.
I was going to say, you got another one instantly.
I could easily have 50 of them because there's so many of them that I like.
Yes. I don't have any, but I enjoy looking at their tweets, and I enjoy going to their website to see all the different ones they have. They're hysterical.
And I do go to the Hot Topic store just to see what's there for them. And I go to Yancey Street Comics just, again, to look at the pop vinyls. I don't buy any. And the salespeople are so nice. Like, hey, what are you looking for? I'll be happy to order for you if there's something we don't have. And I say no.
Just window shopping. Just looking.
Yep. I would love to have the Notorious B.I.G. pop vinyl. I would. But nope.
Yeah, I mean, it's like ridiculous how many there are. There are just stores that have walls of them. Barnes & Nobles now is just overflowing with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because who the fuck buys books? People buy pop vinyls.
But like they have this whole huge display of pop vinyls. Then they're like the info desk all around it and like up for the front. And it's so funny to walk through it. But there are literary pop vinyls.
Sure.
You want your Pride and Prejudice dolls? There they are.
We got them.
That's hysterical.
I need a Willie Shakes pop vinyl.
All right, we'll get right on that. So I got to ask, what were your favorite NES games growing up back in the day?
Honestly, Super Mario and Duck Hunt were the best.
What about you, Shelle?
I just had the one game that I played all the time. It was Super Mario World 3.
Really?
Super Mario Brothers 3?
Super Mario Brothers. I don't know. It was the one where there was all these lands. You had to go down. It was
and he could turn into a raccoon? The
No.
Tanuki suit?
No.
Did he have Yoshi? Did he have a little dinosaur to ride around on?
If you hit the right thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Super Nintendo. Super Mario World.
Super Mario World, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Different system.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Later, but it's all good. It's, again, a classic game. I still love
My
it.
first
Yes, I
console
love
was
that
a
game.
PS2. Somebody had given me Super Mario World, and
My first console was an Atari. What was it, 2600?
Mine too. I still remember it was given to my father as a, birthday present back in the day.
Yeah.
And then, the rest is history.
We got ours out of the back door at JCPenney.
Oh, good for you.
at the at the Staten Island
We
Mall.
had friends that had. I had Kristen Franklin's family had an Atari, and I would go there, and they would be playing the the tennis one, and but we definitely could not afford something like that when I was little.
The boxing game.
Did not see
Oh,
that.
yeah, that was so cheesy.
It was just a head with two fists, like it was an overview of the ring.
Oh, is
And-
that?
Yeah.
And if you didn't position the players, like let's say these are your fists, all right, and then my little fingers here are the heads. If you didn't position them properly, like you had a hit right in the face. So all you had to do is just stay down this much, and both of you got like everyone's just punching, and no one's hitting anything.
It was like looking at
You had to line
Rock'em
up
Sock'em
perfect.
Robots from above.
Yeah, it really was. It was very much like that.
That's
Yeah, except the
hysterical.
arms were just spread more. Yeah, that game was ridiculous.
I had a Rock'em Sock'em Robot though.
Did you?
It was fun. I used to play that with my dad. We liked it.
At Dave and Buster's up here, there is huge, giant Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh, awesome.
So I had to play that with my nephews.
Were they
a
like
few
5
months
feet
ago.
tall?
5, 6 feet tall, yeah.
Oh, awesome. I play that. I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it was great because we were just playing that thing and just you could really feel like you were moving those things when you pushed on the handles. Like, it was pretty awesome. But,
That's cool.
yeah, I mean,
Did you guys ever have it in television? Did you ever hear that?
my
I've
best
heard
friend
of it,
did.
yeah.
What's that, show?
I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a friend that had it, and he was like, "Oh, it's the best thing ever." He had this one game, Keystone Cops. It
Yeah.
looked fun. But yeah, we didn't have that.
Yeah,
Apparently, it was like really high end for the time.
it was better graphics. It wasn't better games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem. Like, I once saw a developer from Atari talk about it. Famous guy Howard Scott Warshaw, who did a lot of famous games like Yar's Revenge and whatever for the 2600. And
Yars.
and he was talking about like when they were promoting against in television, Atari took out an ad, and it was just like Atari has this game, and does this and this and this, and a television had great graphics. Like it's just a kid going, great graphics, and it was just like hilarious because it was true. Like Atari just had better games, and television had slightly better graphics.
Yeah.
But you know, I was a big video game kid, so I had a bunch of games. NES. I still love the Zelda games, the Mario games.
Zelda was fun, but nothing beat the Mario. Then Super Mario 2 came out, and I have to say, when there was that first board with like he's falling down and goes like down to the door.
Yeah.
It took me about 2 hours to figure out how to open up the damn door. And then once you did, it was like, oh, fuck, I just had to hit up.
You just had to read the manual?
Oh, we didn't do
Yeah, of
that.
course
Who
not.
did that?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? I don't even know if mine came in a box. You want me to have instructions? I want to say it came in a plastic bag.
Out the back door.
And my grandfather was like, "Here, play that." Oh, okay. Why is this dent on the case? Shut up and play it.
Be quiet.
And then tell my grandmother, "The fuck's wrong with this kid asking questions?
Don't ask questions, kid.
Just play the game."
Ugh.
I don't know. I'm just 12.
They'll make their own homemade punch out of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Little Mac could be taking a few smacks of his own.
Oh man.
Although that also was a great game. Although I could never beat Tyson.
Punch Out was it really was. I first started playing that in the arcade, and it was just Punch Out. It wasn't Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I think that just came about when it was on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh, when it was like
And,
an arcade game
Yes, yeah.
with Glass Joe.
Glass Joe, yeah.
Glass Joe.
What was it? Apollo Hurricane? Was that Piston Hurricane?
Piston Hurricane, yeah.
Yeah. And King Hippo and Bald Bull. Those are the only names I can remember.
Yeah. Don Flamenco.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I played that on the Wii, and that was fun as hell, though. On the
Yeah.
Wii.
Yeah, like they re-released all these old games for the Wii, which is awesome because I love the fact they keep bringing these games out. I mean, I built a MAME cabinet so I could keep playing, all the classic games.
You built a what?
I built my own arcade machine so I could play classic video games.
And you have this in your house?
Yes.
Can you show it to us?
No, I'm actually repairing it right now. You can see here a couple of the buttons.
So you broke it?
No, well, I'm rewiring it because I'm going to bring it to exhibit this weekend. But
what's exhibit?
I'm at a Lego convention.
Oh,
weekend.
Where?
Brick Fair, Virginia, in Chantilly, Virginia.
Oh.
It will be open to the public from 10 to 4 this Saturday and Sunday.
And you're bringing your whole video game?
I am.
Cabinet.
I
Isn't it like 6 feet tall?
No, not that one. This is just this is a tabletop.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it got damaged, so I'm rewiring all the buttons. I did have lights in the buttons originally, but I pulled them out because I fried the wiring and whatever.
Oh.
So I'll add that back in the future. But the buttons will glow in the dark.
So which games do you have?
Installed on it, I have actual arcade games.
Yeah, what is it?
I have Donkey Kong, Ms. Pac-Man, Galaga.
Joust.
No, but I will add Joust just for you.
Well, I like Joust.
I do like Joust.
Has there been a Donkey Kong kill screen?
Not on my machine.
Oh, boo.
I don't know anybody good enough to play that. But, or a Pac-Man kill screen.
What's the Donkey Kong kill screen?
You didn't see the documentary, King of Kong?
A Fistful of Quarters?
No.
Oh, my God.
So what happens is once you get to level 256 of Donkey Kong, the game just crashes because it's an 8-bit register, so it can't go over 256, and it just scrambles the screen and
freezes.
Buffer overflow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You got to see that documentary.
Can I just Google Donkey Kong kill screen?
Well, that you could, but
the documentary is so amazing that everyone should see it.
Oh, Donkey Kong.
Well, while he's typing that, Shelle, who do you side with, Billy or Steve?
I love Steve Wiebe. Billy Mitchell is a character, though. I enjoy him to death, but in that documentary, Steve is so likable, and I just can't not side with him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's obvious they turned Billy into a villain, and
he seems to enjoy it.
Oh, he's relishing it. He plays it up.
He's selling that hot sauce.
Exactly. But even if you see interviews with him, like outside of the documentary, it's a character he plays like in everyday life. It's not just for the documentary.
Oh yeah, no, of course not. He's not that good to just spring it out for that. But I love him. I do love Billy Mitchell. But not that documentary. He will always be a villain to me.
All right, I'm looking at a picture of Billy Mitchell, Gamer of the Century. This looks like photos from a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Has he got his USA tie on and his mullet?
He has his USA tie. He has his hand on a game, and he's doing the thumbs up. And another photo, he's leaning on a Donkey Kong game, and he has like a fist. He is
like the video game champion, the arcade game champion. If you go to Twin Galaxies website, they have a listing of everybody who's got the highest score of every game you can imagine, games that you haven't even thought of for 30, 40 years. And he holds a lot of those records. And The King of Kong is a documentary about this guy on the West Coast who has his own cabinet, and he beats the record, and he's taped it, and he sends it in, and for whatever reason, they don't accept it. They don't accept his new score, even though he's videotaped.
They couldn't guarantee that the machine was not tampered with.
Well,
okay.
The other thing is that then there is all this inner politics about who he got the machine from and who he got the board from, and there's a lot of weird infighting in that subculture. But it literally is one of the best documentaries I've ever seen.
Okay.
I'd say top 3 documentaries that I would recommend.
It's a lot of fun. So I actually have Billy Mitchell's Twin Galaxy records up right now.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
All right. He has 8 rankings at Twin Galaxies. Right now, he is the #1 ranked Pac-Man player in the world.
There you go.
The #2 ranked Burger Time player in the world.
Oh, Burger Time was fun.
See?
That was a great game. The #3 ranked Donkey Kong Jr. player in the world.
I like Donkey Kong Jr. because you climbed up and down the vines.
Oh, yeah. The #5 Centipede.
And Mario was the heel.
Oh, yeah.
In that one.
Oh, yes, he was.
He did a heel turn.
Well, he wasn't he a villain? Oh, no, I guess not. I'm trying to think if there was originally, but I guess no. Donkey Kong.
He was the face.
Yeah, he was the face. Jumpman.
Yep.
Let's see. He's the #6 Pac-Man perfect game, fastest completion perfect game in the world. #7 Ms. Pac-Man player in the world. #12 Donkey Kong, surprisingly.
Wow.
And #23 Zaxxon, which was a game I loved in the arcade.
So what I'm gathering from all of his statistics is that this dude hasn't gotten laid.
Oh, his wife is amazing looking.
No,
Really?
his wife is actually rather attractive.
She's retarded amazing looking. Yes.
So she's retarded and amazing looking.
No, retarded amazing is just like above a regular amazing. It's like retarded amazing. But see, this is the thing. He held all these records in the 80s through 2000 and whenever that the documentary came out. Once the documentary came out, all of this additional interest in these games happened. And so then all of these younger people started taking him and the Steve Weebies and all these people on. And that's why you see that he doesn't hold all these records anymore because of that documentary. Also, there's a documentary called Chasing Ghosts, which is Pac-Man oriented. But it just has gotten people so interested in it that they are now that's their life is to try to beat all of these old records. But there's a famous picture from the 80s of Billy Mitchell and a whole bunch of other kids who were arcade game champions. And Billy Mitchell held most of those records, I would say, for at least 30 or 40 years before this documentary came out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the top 20 players at Donkey Kong. Weebies at 11, Billy Mitchell's at 12. Both of those were in 2010. Everything else is 2012 and later.
Yeah, see? Exactly. Right
so after the documentary came out.
After the documentary came out and really just... I mean, it's great that people were so interested, but I also kind of think it, I like that those guys had those records. You have to see it, Don Stugots. It's a great documentary. There's a hero, there's a villain, there's henchmen.
It's drama. It's fun.
It's great. It's fun. Very fun.
All right, so Shelle, what is your favorite video game franchise of all time?
Oh, Final Fantasy.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I haven't. Those games just take way too long for me to really play anymore. But
Yeah, I'm busy man.
Life kind of does that to
you. Yeah, just busy.
What about you, Stugots? Favorite video game franchise of all time?
Too good for Final Fantasy. Too good.
Let's see. There was a series of games called Driver that I liked. That was, I want to say, for what game system? I don't know how to be a PlayStation, I guess. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the Civilization games when I had the Xbox 360.
Oh, those are great games.
The Arkham Asylum games, I played the first two. Those were very good. But probably just Super Mario because it's timeless. It spawned off other games like Mario Kart, which I love. I love Mario Kart.
So do I.
The Mario character pops up in so many other different games and pop culture. Like Punch-Out! He's the referee in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! And the Mario character started, I want to say, with that plumbing game. It was Mario Brothers. It wasn't Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
it was him and Luigi.
Yeah.
I think that predated Jumpman.
Well, they just didn't give him.
Could be mistaken. Jumpman might have been first.
I'd have to look. I don't know the order of the games. I think Donkey Kong may have been first, and then Mario Brothers.
And then Mario Brothers from there. Okay.
Yeah, because they did.
But
They introduced Luigi after.
it was like it's timeless. The character and then the games. You wouldn't. I don't think gaming wouldn't have been as big as it was in the late '80s to '90s if it wasn't like there wouldn't have been as. We still wouldn't be talking about Super Nintendo or the Nintendo Entertainment System if it wasn't for the Super Mario game.
Yeah, well, I mean, remember there was a huge video game crash in '84, '85.
Yeah.
And like that ET cartridge destroyed the industry.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you guys both know the story of the ET Atari
Yes.
2600 cartridge.
No,
There's a great documentary about that too.
I saw that it was.
What were you about to say, Stugots?
I said I just know that it was a game. I don't know about anything else about it.
Shelle, do you want to tell them the story?
No, because I tend to wander around and I don't finish a sentence, so you can go ahead.
Okay. So the quick version of the story is E.T., biggest movie of all time at that point.
Yeah.
And then, so Atari rushed a game in like 6 weeks into production, and they literally produced one game to each Atari 2600. So if there were 1 million consoles out there, there was 1 million cartridges.
Oh, because they were just expecting to sell 1 million.
Exactly. But the game kind of sucked. And
Understatement.
yeah, and didn't sell. So it went into a landfill in Arizona and was left there. Meanwhile, the whole industry just lost a shitload of money over this and kind of went into disrepair. Atari kind of disappeared. You know, it killed Intellivision and ColecoVision were, you know, also ran at that point anyway. So pretty much everything was gone until the NES came out in the US.
Oh, wow.
And then there was a documentary a couple years ago. People got permits and they dug up the landfill. And that's the documentary that Shelle was talking about.
And the saddest part is the guy who, you know, they presented this guy with, you have to get this game done in 5 or 6 weeks. And he had, up until then, done a lot of successful games that people loved. But it was kind of like, you know, no, we're making you do this. And obviously, that's not enough time for anything. It ruined his career. He went on to, he either got fired or something happened where he might have had a breakdown, but in the end, he became like a psychologist or something because it just ruined him.
Yeah,
That's a real sad part about it.
Yeah, the developer is Howard Scott Warshaw, who I mentioned earlier, who I saw speak. So I got to hear him tell the story as well, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
How does he seem? I mean, he's still talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him talk like 10 years ago at a classic video game convention, but it was just interesting because it was just his perspective on it all. He's like, yeah, there was nothing I could do. I did what they asked, and I was rushed, and the game sucked.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
It's not his fault, but he
was the scapegoat.
He suffered, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, there are video games that are worse than that. I know I've played worse games.
Yeah. What's the worst game you played?
I always say Superman 64.
Oh, I don't know it.
It's a Superman game for the Nintendo 64, but it couldn't really handle like the high processing needed to really do the game justice.
Oh,
So just all foggy and crashy, and it was just a bad experience.
No.
Well, what would you say is the worst game you ever played?
I don't know. I don't know enough games to say what was a bad one. Final Fantasy, I guess.
Oh, you're the worst person in the world right now.
It's true. He is the worst person alive.
Oh my god!
No, I have no idea. I've never even played a Final Fantasy game. I can't even tell you.
I think I'm having a heart problem now.
Somebody call a doctor. Call the doctor. Stugots, call Jen. Have her call a doctor.
Jen, call doctor. Shell's having a heart attack. I'm in New York somewhere.
Because of you, though. You got to tell her. Because I don't like Final Fantasy.
It may have been because of me. Inadvertently.
May have been.
Oh, shit.
Well, my favorite franchise of all time would be Zelda. The Legend of Zelda games. I like me some Link and Zelda, all that fun stuff.
You should have a Zelda tattoo.
I don't have any tattoos.
I know. That's why Zelda one would be perfect.
Is that because you're Jewish, or is it because you just don't want a tattoo?
I'm not a tattoo person. That's
Yeah.
all there is to it. You know, I've thought about it, and I'm just like, not my thing.
What would be if you got a tattoo? If they said, John, you have to get a tattoo.
It'd be anything you want.
Tattoo you got? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to have one.
Well, the problem is that I'm too fickle. Like, my interests always change.
Really, we haven't noticed.
I'm sorry. Can I call Jen to have her smack you? So it's always just like, you know, one day it could be like something from Sandman. The next day it'll be, you know, something Legend of Zelda. The next day something of Star Wars. And
today, right now, you need to get a tattoo. What is it?
Probably something video game related. Hard to do it today.
More specific, dude. We're trying to tell you.
Yes.
I don't know.
There's a gun to your head. What are you gonna do?
What is it?
It would probably be something 8-bit, like Pac-Man or Donkey Kong or something like that.
That's fine.
Okay.
But again,
there's some awesome Donkey Kong art on Tumblr. I'll say that much. I'm a big fan.
I'll have to show you when I assemble the arcade machine. I'll show pictures because there's mosaics on the sides. The front is Pac-Man. One side is Donkey Kong. The other side is Space Invaders.
Oh, cool.
So
you should do a how-to and make a blog about it.
Yeah, you can blog. We have a website that you can blog.
We do. What is that website?
Geekodrome.net.
Yes, .net.
Just the way she said it.
It's a little disturbing the way she said it.
What?
.net.
It's a little lascivious, I think.
Wow, .net.
And on that note, we can talk video games again
there's John
another
doing it
day.
anyway without saying anyway. It's exactly what he goes. On that note,
it's called a transition, a segue, if you will.
Yes.
A segue.
As I close my eyes for the items of blindness.
Is it that time already?
AKA the Kevin James.
The Kevin James
segment of the show.
Well, last week there had been talk about us doing a whole show of blinds, so I have 30 for us today.
Well, we have time for like 4.
Actually, we want to talk to you about that off the air.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you have to be blindfolded for it.
This first. Oh, okay. This first.
With your sunglasses on, and it's 10 o'clock at night, so
he has a point.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it is pretty close. Now, this first blind item is easy, but it's fun.
Kevin James.
Okay.
No, not that fun.
One day there's going to be a Kevin James blind item, and we're not going to fucking guess.
And I'm going to just giggle and giggle and giggle.
We're going to say like Ray Romano. Hey, I'm here too. Oh, guys. Oh.
Oh, no, it's not him, no. This soon-to-be free criminal has already finished a book which is going to destroy this reality show family.
Kardashians.
No coming back from it.
Good. You know what? I would actually read that.
I doubt it.
Because fuck them.
Yeah, but I doubt it.
Do you know? Do you think you know
seriously.
what he's going to expose, though?
No, what is he going to expose?
How they all love black dick?
Well, I think that's pretty obvious. That's pretty clear. But
not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
It just they seem to be fascinated with it.
Well, it seems that perhaps the mom was also fascinated with it.
And it was on the name on the side of that black penis was OJ.
That's it. And
it said Orenthal James Simpson right down the side.
And perhaps Chloe is his kid.
Oh, we've always heard that.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would not ruin them.
It wouldn't. They would milk it, and they would just there'd be a lot of crying, and ratings for the show would be through the roof. You're not getting these people are cockroaches. You're not getting rid of them.
Cockroaches. Only Italians put an A in that word.
It's the cockroaches.
Cockroaches. All right. I thought that was a great fun one.
It was.
All right. The month and year changes, but one thing doesn't change. As I have been telling you since this service came into existence, they manufacture numbers and sales and downloads and any other thing they can, to make it seem like more people are using the service than what is real. The company
Facebook.
is like the Bernie Madoff of streaming services.
Hulu.
WWE Network.
Musical streaming services.
Oh, Tidal.
iTunes.
It is Tidal.
Nobody.
What's Tidal? I've never even heard of it.
It's the Jay-Z service.
Oh, I didn't even know it.
Yeah, Jay-Z owns a good part of it. Like, they made a big presentation when it first came out of all these like rock stars like supporting it, and then none of them support it now.
No, because it costs way too much to join it. I think
it's $10 a month. Same I pay for Spotify.
I don't pay for Spotify. I don't go on Spotify.
I use it all the time.
I don't pay for music.
I pay for Spotify.
What did you say, Mr. Stugots?
I said I don't pay for music. I use like Pandora. I got a free account. I got music. I got a free account at YouTube Radio. What do I need?
Yeah, I hear that.
Well, to do it mobile, you actually have to pay for most of them. So
I don't do it mobile. Mobile, I listen to when I'm in the car. I listen to my. Actually, I listen to podcasts like Pritchard Show and What Happened When Monday.
I listen to my playlist, my old school playlist, my Frank Sinatra. I have crooners playlist. I have a Frank Sinatra playlist. Then I have a funk playlist, and then
funk, baby.
Then
it's electrified funk coming at you, baby.
I do love my funk. Love my funk. So,
me too.
And then occasionally I'll just for whatever reason listen to The Chronic because I just really love that album. All right.
It is a quality album.
It's hysterical. All right. This foreign-born B-plus list, mostly movie actress, is an Academy Award winner / nominee. In addition, she's an Emmy winner nominee.
Shania Twain.
She also has a strange addiction, tanning beds. If she had her way, she would tan a couple of times each day. Foreign-born. I will say it's not North America. Foreign-born across the pond.
Rihanna.
Across the Atlantic pond.
Yeah, she's from this hemisphere.
Let's see.
Amy
Winehouse.
Mostly movie actress. And Academy Award winner.
Stugots, I'm willing to bet that somebody's still alive as well.
Oh, damn it.
Do you want me 6 Cents. Muriel's Wedding.
Oh, Toni Collette.
That's right.
Oh.
Okay. I have 3 left here, and you say I can only do 4.
We could do a 5th.
All right.
2 more.
When this former television show was turned into a movie, they shot one of the scenes in Bakersfield. The 2 co-stars of the movie had been hooking up, but the actor took advantage of a day when they were not shooting together to hook up with a stripper he previously met in that city.
Baywatch.
Bakersfield stripper.
It's not
2 co-stars who had hooked up. TV show made into a movie.
Well, it's Baywatch. Do we have the right movie?
No.
Oh.
21
Jump Street. 21 Jump Street.
Channing
Tatum and
no.
Jonah Hill hooked up?
No.
Is that what Shelle's saying?
I'm shocked at John. I'm not shocked at you, Stugots. You work many hours.
I miss a lot of stuff.
I know.
Movie that turned into a TV show, or TV show that turned into a movie?
Famous TV show.
Starsky and Hutch?
I'm naming.
Just had its 10th season.
Oh, so it's still on. Oh. Was it a Doctor Who movie?
Just had a special 10th
no,
season.
It's X-Files.
Yes! It's David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson.
Who were never together until like last year or 2 years ago. So
that's what you think.
So he's not married to Tia Leone anymore?
I think he is. I think he's just,
So he's cheating on Tia Leone with Gillian Anderson and a Bakersfield stripper.
And I'm sure there's many others.
No, I think.
Like I said, he's a sex addict.
Yes,
he's
exactly.
a sex addict, but I thought he got divorced.
Oh, did he get
I don't know.
divorced? Well,
I don't know. Tia Leone was
2014.
adorable until she had the horrible boob job.
Did she have a boob job?
It was a horrible one. It was like one of the worst ever.
Worse than Hayden Panettiere's? Because that's the worst one I've ever.
They weren't even. They were like they had edges.
Aye.
It was really, really bad. And she looked adorable. She didn't need anything like that.
No, she did not.
Boob jobs are always unnecessary, unless perhaps you've had cancer or something.
Yeah,
and,
then it's
for your own, own peace of mind. I could see that.
But,
all right.
I liked her since she was on that Fox show in the 80s.
Which one was she on?
She was on one of the first Fox shows, which I really want to save this for when we talk Fox shows.
Okay.
But
I'm just looking quick.
She was like a New York City Greenwich Village girl, artsy fartsy, and she was dating some Jewish kid from White Plains.
The Naked
Truth.
Truth.
All uptight. Is that what it was? Naked Truth?
I want to say because she's been on 1, 2.
Who's the guy in that?
3, 4 TV shows. Santa Barbara, which it definitely was not.
Definitely was not a soap opera.
Flying Blind. Is that it?
Maybe.
The Naked Truth, which is the one I remember her from.
No.
And Madam Secretary, which is on now. Or
no, what was that other one about?
Which one?
Not
Flying
Naked
Blind.
Truth. Yeah, Flying Blind. What was that about?
Let me click through and find out.
That's probably
this is it. The short-lived Fox sitcom features Neil, a shy, repressed guy who meets the girl of his dreams. Alicia, who is gorgeous and wild, amazingly they begin to date, and the striking contrast, etc. So yeah, that's it.
The dude who started it?
Corey Parker.
Don't know. Other than that, it's the only thing I know.
Maybe I'd recognize his face, but his name I'm not recognizing.
You'll recognize his face when you see him.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he did a lot of Broadway type stuff.
Oh.
On Broadway.
He was a regular on Will and Grace. Love Boat: The Next Wave.
Regular on Will and
Soon
Grace.
you'll be falling in love.
He was Josh on Will and Grace.
I'm drawing a blank. I'm sure I'll look at his face. I'll be like, oh, that guy.
I don't know why I'm thinking that like he would sound like Mario Cantone.
No one sounds like Mario Cantone.
I know.
Except
Mario Cantone.
Except for Steam Pipe Alley, baby.
And Don Stugots. It's true.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
One
more.
This one named DJ/producer/singer/writer
DJ AM
likes to pretend he is not shilling for this cult, but
Scientology.
But he takes every chance he can when working with an artist to get them to sign up. DJ.
Dre.
Producer.
Dre.
P. Diddy.
White.
Vanilla Ice.
Rick Rubin. Oh, he's got 2 names. White guy with 1 name. X.
Malcolm X. DJ.
Professor X. And the X.
Oh my God. Professor Xavier's a Scientologist. That makes so much sense now.
I don't know many hints to give you because I have no idea his songs, but I will just tell you it is Skrillex.
Oh yeah, I never would have guessed him.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
He's some
Scientologist. EDM artisty type.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever you call an EDM musician.
That was the last one.
How many was that?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have a bonus one, but we can.
Stugots wants the bonus one, so hit it up.
Bonus.
Okay, this 3-named actress who starred in an iconic show, in an iconic role, was offered a part as a grandmother. She agreed only if there were no actual grandchildren and that she wanted all references or implications that she was a grandmother removed from the script. So they wanted her to play a grandmother.
That's like Shirley MacLaine in terms of endearment. Her grandkids couldn't call her grandma; they had to call her ma'am or Mrs. something, whatever. They couldn't call her grandma.
So no, she wanted no grandchildren as characters.
3 actress name.
Or a 3-name actress, one of the two.
3 named actress. Iconic show, iconic role.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
He was the best actress ever, but no. It's HBO.
3 named actress.
Olenna Tyrell from Game of Thrones.
That's 2 names.
Well, it's the part. It wasn't the name of the actress.
What's her name?
It's not her.
No, I know it's not.
Okay.
Especially since, her grandchild was Marjorie Tyrell is murdered in the show.
Shannon Tweed.
3 named actress. Let me say this. Horseface.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah. How old is she now that she can play a grandmother?
She is in her 50s.
Oh, so she's fine. She played grandmother. Shut up.
Yeah, but she said, I'll play a grandmother if there's no grandchildren, and you never reference that I'm a grandmother.
What's the point of the role?
Why don't give her the role? I'm sure someone else would love to have the role.
I'm sure what's her name? Kim Cattrall would have played the role.
There you go.
And it would have been better.
What was the movie? Do we know?
No, it was not named.
Okay.
So the next time we see her in a movie, we'll just be like, "Oh, that's."
I guess if you can go to IMDb and see, it's not out yet. So.
Oh, so she did take the role though, and they did film it.
She agreed only if there were no actual grandchildren as characters, and then wanted all references or implicating dialogue that she was a grandmother removed from the script.
Let's see.
Hey, while John looks that up, I have a very good show topic for the future.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Add it to that
HBO
list.
shows.
Oh.
I don't think we've covered
scratched it, but we've never really gone deep on it.
Like a whole thing. Like that'll be the thing.
Top 10 HBO
First and
shows.
10, Dream On, and
Well, there you go.
yeah.
All right. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes.
She has some movie called Best Day of My Life that's filming now. She was on a season of a show called Divorce. I've never heard of.
That's not it.
Or TV series she made an appearance on. No. It has to be one of those 3 if it's anything. One of those 2. Best Day of My Life or Divorce.
The only thing, if we talk about HBO shows for a segment, No Sopranos.
Oh.
Well, we have to acknowledge
Why is that?
It's a show.
Nope.
Oh.
Because I just like it that immensely.
Okay.
You dislike it.
I think that's a whole topic unto itself. Why?
I think we need to do a show about Don Stugots hating the Sopranos.
The negative Italian stereotypes perpetuated by that TV series that ignorant people who are Italian pick up on and act like, oh yeah, that's the way we all are. We're connected. No, we're not. Shut up.
I had family like those people.
So do I, but that doesn't mean every single Italian person you meet is. And when you sit around and you have a regular job for a living, and it's like, oh, but I'm connected. No, you're not. Shut up.
Yeah, get back on your truck and
pick up. Back in your fucking
I mean,
garbage
if
truck
you
and shut
come
your
up to
mouth.
somebody and you say I'm connected, then clearly they're not. The people who are connected are never going to say, "Hey, I'm connected." They're gonna keep their mouth shut because they know that
that was their job, and no one talks about that job.
No, this is this thing of ours. We don't talk about it.
No.
Exactly. It's like Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like ICU nursing. We don't talk about it.
Well, I'm sure we could go on to that because I know exactly what you're talking about, Stugots, but we're not going to go into that here. So instead, we're going to go into the hot picks for this week.
Hot picks. Hot picks. Hot picks.
Well, since we got such a great song from Stugots, we'll start with Shelle this week.
Oh, snap!
Oh, what a swerve. You didn't see that coming.
No. Whoa. I think I just won the Beanie Cup. Okay, so my hot pick. So I always talk about Pluto TV, and it's because I really love it. They have a new channel. It's just called the What Channel. And right now on the What Channel is the new best show you've never seen.
What is it?
And it's Paris Hilton, my BFF, Dubai. And she's in Dubai, and they have all these girls from all Middle Eastern countries, some European countries, and they are all in a competition to become her new BFF.
Oh God! Oh
it is so it's like an MST3K worthy show. It's like you're just always yelling at the screen. It's hysterically bad. I love it. I can't get enough of it. It's absurd. They had them. I think it's the first or second episode. They had them dyeing camels, like trying to put like saffron dye on camels, and it's just the most absurd thing.
Oh boy! It sounds.
And they're all the girls.
What year was this film?
It's right now.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
It's current year, baby. It's amazing.
So this is how she's making her money.
Paris, yeah, she's executive producer, she's creator, she's the star.
Of course.
The writer.
You do all that this way, you don't have to pay. No one else gets paid.
Yeah, well, and I think her brother. There's another Hilton attached to it somehow. Must be your brother. That's also like a producer or something. But yeah, like he had at one point she had them all go in groups of 4, and they had to make a commercial for one of her products, and they were all bad, and she was like, "I'm so disappointed. You don't know me at all."
Well, yeah, no, I don't know you at all.
Oh God! And then they all turn on each other, and it's just the best thing.
All I know about you is that you have an STD.
At least one.
The show did run in 2011.
Oh, 2011?
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for Paris Hilton's Dubai BFF.
Oh shit! I thought it was right now. Well, still, it's definitely worth.
It's so funny though.
So I won't give away who the winner is because it's listed right here. But
I don't want to know. I gotta watch it all.
Princess Jasmine.
Yes.
Well,
it's typical BS.
It's amazing. It's
reality show and.
But it's worse than typical because it would never air here. You know what I mean? Even though as shitty as reality shows are here, there's some sort of standard. There's no standard for this one. There's zero standard. It's terrible.
Well, there's 9 episodes that aired in Dubai TV and shown in several other countries on MTV back in 2011.
I don't think in this one, though.
No, not American.
No.
It just says in several countries.
I feel like we could get 3 cameras and put together something better.
Count me in. Let's do this.
I'm in.
Stugots, get some cameras.
I got it.
All right, we're on this.
That was quick.
I got 2 iPads, an iPhone, and an Android tablet.
There we go. That's all we need.
I got to match right here. We're good to go.
Yep. Star Wars phone case.
Yes, it is.
Very nice.
Boba Fett.
It's
actually
I know.
my favorite cover from the original Marvel run of Star Wars comics.
Number
68.
Did you have that made for you?
It was custom printed in Disney World.
Okay.
You basically have a machine.
Cool.
It's like you pick out the one you like, you hit the button, and it prints it, and come back a half hour later.
Did the machine tell you? How many options?
A couple hundred. Because there's Star Wars, there's superheroes.
How much?
Does it tell you where the artwork's from?
No, it just it's in the Star Wars section.
Okay.
But
how much is it?
It cost me like $25, $30.
So what comes out of the machine?
So
just the sticker?
No, it's not a sticker.
Well, the actual case
I'm
comes
pulling
out.
the case apart. Hold on. It's just
Oh my God. Is it an OtterBox?
No, it's just a rubber. Like it's a pretty solid rubber bumper on it.
I have mine in an OtterBox, and
I love the OtterBox.
Me too. I mean, if you watch the Eat Up show, you see how I throw my phone, and it's
I dropped mine.
It takes a beating.
So basically, it prints like on this plate, this plastic plate.
Oh, okay.
Their D-Tech technology, and then it snaps into the rubber, like plastic piece on the rubber. It just snaps right in.
So do you get everything when you buy it? You get the rubber and the plate.
You get everything here.
And how much?
I don't know. It was like $25, $30.
And you can only get it there at the Disney.
Yes. But I mean, that's pretty much what a case costs no matter where you go.
No. So they have Star Wars. They have Harry Potter.
No Harry Potter. They don't have rights to Harry Potter. That
Oh,
would be
what do they have?
Star Wars, Marvel, you know, princesses, Mickey Mouse.
Giselle?
Oh.
Is there Giselle?
No,
Why don't they have Giselle? She's a
She's
she's
princess.
not a recognized princess in the Disney parks.
You're such an asshole.
They're so racist.
He just wants
I
to
know,
say
it's
it.
true.
He just loves to say it.
Oh,
He
it's
loves
true.
to get up Giselle.
It's true.
That's so dickish.
Sad but true.
She deserves her own phone case.
But you'll have to petition the Disney Corporation for that.
Certainly shall.
In the meantime, Stugots is going to enliven us with his hot pick.
My hot pick this week is the Diamond Soul Shop on Etsy. It is where I picked out someone's engagement ring. They have a very nice selection of estate sale jewelry.
Oh.
So it's stuff that it has a story to it.
Nice
You don't know
history.
anything about it, obviously, but it's not just like going into a jewelry store and buying a couple carat diamond ring. There's it's someone's heirloom, and they have very reasonably priced, very good quality products. You'll be very happy with what you see there. If you want a non-traditional engagement ring.
And on that note, our own Stugots is engaged to the mysterious Jen.
Yes, the mysterious.
We're pretty sure she exists.
She just looked over at me like, mysterious?
We've never seen her. That's all I'm saying.
I've seen her.
You would have met her if you didn't leave the wedding early.
Yeah.
So go to a
Let's
wedding. I
bring
can
that
go,
up
I
again.
can go to the whole thing.
Well, whose fault is that?
I want to bring up the mixer.
Yeah, the
That's-
mixer is still sitting in the back of the fucking car.
Yeah, I believe it's our friend's wedding. Our friend's fault for having his wedding on that day.
Yes.
All right.
Easily could have been another day.
Have they divorced yet?
No. No.
No.
Was it 2 months going strong?
Oh, okay.
2 months, yeah.
That'll be 2 months.
It's going strong. Okay.
They're a great couple.
I
Yes,
don't know.
we love them. We wish them lots of luck together.
Mhm.
But I guess that leaves it to my hot pick.
Hot pan.
Yes.
Hot pick. Wubba lubba dub dub. Season 3 of Rick and Morty premiered last night, and I couldn't be happier. We have the
Why?
Because
because it is high quality entertainment for my Sunday nights after I finish
That's
watching
cool.
Game of Thrones and Twin Peaks.
Oh.
I gave up on the Twin Peaks.
Oh.
Oh.
TV night.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's like the only night I watch TV at this point,
Okay.
except for Preacher, which is on Monday nights. Which
I'll be watching Preacher tomorrow.
I watched it tonight before tonight's filming. It's a good episode.
Yeah.
We finally.
I loved last week's episode with the souls. I thought that was awesome.
That was good. That continues this week. Plus,
I had no idea what they were taking. I was like, what are they just sucking out the back of someone's kneecap? It's so weird.
I know. And then they kind of changed Jesse's background, so his family does it and whatever, and because that wasn't in the comics. But this week we meet her star, and if you've read the comics, you know what that means. If you haven't,
hot lesbian action.
Well, no, it's HERR, the German her. Star.
Oh.
So it's a man.
Oh.
Hair
star. Better.
Oh.
But yes, on Sunday nights I have, the adventures of the mad scientist and his young grandson as they travel through time and dimensions, fucking shit up. And I'm very happy to be watching that again.
I always just thought it was a spoof of Back to the Future.
So initially it was.
Oh,
and
okay.
If you go on Vimeo and you find the Doc and Marty cartoons,
okay,
those are direct parodies of Back to the Future, and very rude, and lots of inappropriateness.
Oh.
So a lot of that was shaved off of the Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Then
is the Are those cartoons done by the same guys as Rick and Morty?
So the original cartoons were Justin Roiland. The Rick and Morty is Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon, who did Community.
Okay.
Plus, they have a whole team of writers and whatever else now,
Oh, cool.
as opposed to one guy doing all of that and just messing around. Also worth noting that in the interim, there were Rick and Morty comic books from Oni Press, and they're fairly entertaining. They're not quite the same quality, but they're entertaining when you don't have the show to watch. So, worth picking up if you want a fix.
Very cool.
And on that note, mischief is managed. So, to find more Geekodrome, check us out at geekodrome.co. Subscribe to us on iTunes. We'd really like that.
Yes, and give us a rating. Give us
a 5-star rating. Show us how much you love us.
Yes.
And, that way it'll be delivered to you weekly as soon as it comes out.
Right to your device of your choosing.
Oh, yes. Like my Star Wars covered iPhone.
Yes.
But if you want to keep up with what's going on with us, we're on Twitter at Geekodrome Pod. We're on Facebook at Geekodrome Podcast. I'm John, and I can be found on Twitter at JustJohn. Shelle can be found at Just2Groovy on Twitter and Gab. Stugots at Don
And
Stugot.
on MySpace at Shexter.
Yay!
Stugots is at Don Stugots on the Twitters. And the Eat 'em Up Show, which is on hiatus for the month of August, is on Facebook. So I highly recommend going back, watching some of those previous episodes to get yourself real hungry.
And you don't know where over the next few weeks I might just pop up with a video.
Ooh, there might be some bonus shows.
Yep, look up the Eat Up Show on Facebook.
Like tonight's special recording that he made for us.
That was on YouTube only.
YouTube only recording.
Yep,
Look
if
for
you
that
want a healthy dish, if you have diabetic diet restrictions, this would be a perfect dish for you to check out.
And if you want to put something else in your ear holes, music from Geekodrome has been by First House.
Yay!
Thank you, First House.
Thank you, First House.
Put them in your ear holes, not your buttholes.
No, please don't do that.
That would probably not be as enjoyable.
And on that note, it's been too sweet.
Too sweet.